Morning, Scopers. Hi, David. I haven't seen you in a while. Good morning, everybody. I will give it a few minutes to see if anybody else signs on. I just tried this a minute ago. I'm trying to get my phone to stand up. Periscope, it's sort of, oh, that's great, though. That's great news, David. My Periscope was freezing a little bit. Good morning for everybody signing on. So hey Jenny, good morning. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get my phone straight here. So for anybody new, because I'm seeing a lot of people that are new that I don't recognize your handles. My name is Sue Park. I'm a certified group fitness instructor and Pilates instructor. I'm a blogger. I blog over at Spark Fitness, which is Sue Park, PARKE.com. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a runner. For November Scopers, the prompt yesterday was tutorial, but I was out with my family all day and I didn't really get a chance to do my scope yesterday. Normally, thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So normally, Mondays isn't really the best day for me. Like Monday mornings, I wouldn't normally be on, but my daughter was up all night, not feeling so hot, just like coughing. She's a really bad cold, and now I feel like I'm kind of getting it. So, she's like sitting on the couch, not feeling good, watching a show. So I figured I would take this time right now, because what I had planned to do was talk a little bit about warming up for running and show you guys a few drills that are really great. So for anyone that does a lot of running or that's trying to get into running, these would be really beneficial for you. So in terms of warming up when you run, so during my track program, I did a 12-week track practice, and we would warm up anywhere from a half a mile to a mile. So anywhere from 2 to 4 laps around the track. Anytime I do a run, my first mile is usually my warm up. So I will usually warm up. So I'll do, like I said, anywhere from a half a mile to a mile to warm up my body, and then I would stretch. You never want to stretch. You don't ever want to do dynamic stretches on cold muscles or muscles that aren't warmed up. There's the difference between dynamic stretching and static stretching. So static stretching, I don't know, did I just say dynamic stretching? I'm like totally confusing myself this morning because I'm just like, I'm on like zero sleep. But static stretching is what you don't want to do on cold muscles. And static stretches is basically when you're stretching and holding a muscle, which is you want to do for at least 30 seconds or more. Dynamic stretching is when you're stretching your muscles, but you're having fluid movement the whole time. So never stretch your muscles, never do static stretches before you're warmed up. So in running, you want to do like a good half mile to a mile to warm up, and then you want to add in some drills. Do all runners do this before every run? No, definitely not, but do they help? And especially, do they help before like a track practice or before a long run? Absolutely. So for example, yesterday, I did a 7-mile run in the morning, and I didn't do like a mile warm up per se, but I did some squat thrusts, I did some jumping jacks, I did some butt kicks, I did some high knees, and then I did a few drills, and then I went out and did my run. But something that I'm going to show you guys today is I'm going to show you a few things. So what's really key in running is having good mobility in your joints, especially your ankles and your hips, because those are the muscles and those are the joints, that tend to get a little bit tighter. So after you warm up, to start with drills, I'm going to come back here. The first drill that I always start with is just a very easy heel to toe walk, okay? So you want to get full mobility all the way. I'm going to start here so you guys can see, but you want to do all the way, heel to toe, heel to toe. This helps increase mobility in those ankles and warm up those ankle joints, which is key. When you're running, and you're thinking about form and your stride, you want to make sure that you're leaning from those ankles and not your hips. So running should look more like, that you don't want to be like this when you're running, okay? That lean should be coming from those ankles, and what helps that lean from those ankles, that forward motion from your ankles, is having proper and good ankle mobility. So another really good stride or drill, so after you do your heel to toe, would just to walk on the outer parts of your feet and then the inner parts of your feet. You don't need to do a ton, just a few to really kind of warm up those ankles and increase the mobility. I'm gonna hold on to my railing, hold on, hopefully you guys can see me okay, but the other thing that you wanna do is really loosen up and warm up those hips, okay? So you can come up on the toe of one leg and take the other and just swing it out. And you wanna do this, I don't know, I would say about 8 to 10 on each leg, okay? And with each swing, your leg should get a little bit higher and you should really start to feel the mobility and those hips increase. And then you wanna do the other side. So I can tell, and you can tell if you have tight hamstrings as well doing these. This will help loosen up those hamstrings as well. But I don't know if you can tell on the scope, but I'm able to get my leg up a lot higher as I keep going. Another one you can do, can you guys see me okay? I think you can. Coming up on one toe again, you want to swing them from side to side. Again, this helps open up the hips, loosen up that joint muscle, warms them up, and you want to do 8 to 10 on each side here. Same with the other leg. So nice big swings, focusing on trying to get your leg up a little bit higher with each swing. Thanks, David. It's hard to see the comments. Another thing that is really great, another exercise and drill for warming up for a run, is walking lunges with an upper body twist. So I'm gonna start back here, you guys, but you want it to be a nice fluid motion so you don't really kind of stop other than your twist. So I'm gonna start with my right leg comes forward, twist over, back to center, up and over, twist center. I'd keep going, but I don't have a lot of room. But basically, hopefully you guys can see me here. You come down, back knee comes low to the ground, that front knee does not overextend that front toe. Nice twist in your upper body. Right up and walk into the second one. I know that I'm gonna walk and you guys won't be able to see me. So this helps activate those glutes and those hamstrings, which are key in running. So that's a really great way to warm up before a run and get some good drills in. And I mentioned this before, but butt kicks. So you can either do them standing, and you can also do them moving, and high knees. These are also great drills to incorporate if you're a runner. So with the high knees, you want to really focus on getting them up really high. You don't want to be right here. You want to get those knees up nice and high. You want to drive those arms. You want to pump those arms. A lot of running comes from that upper body and those arms, okay? The faster your arms move, the faster your feet move. Your feet, your lower body, basically follows that upper body. So I'll show you guys one other thing, and it's called an A skip. I'm gonna start with my right leg going up. You basically come like this, and you skip, and you really wanna drive that knee up. So it looks like this, but you're moving. And you wanna have a nice solid cadence. That whole foot comes down. So don't stay on your toes here. It's easy to stay on your toes. You want your whole foot making contact. I know there's a lot of people that are get really worried about having, I really, kind of have heel contact when I run. You want a little bit of your heel touching the ground, okay? That helps push you off. So when you're doing the A skips and the high knees, really focus on driving that knee up. That helps you when you're running, okay? It really helps your stride. So if I'm running, okay, you want those knees. You really want to drive with those knees. Those exercises are going to help you when it comes to all that. So like I said, warming up, you want to do anywhere from a half a mile to a mile. Nice, easy pace. You're not going crazy here with your warm up. You really want to take it back. So think about like a 5K pace for you, and add like a good minute to that pace, okay? You want a nice, easy pace just to warm up the muscles. Then you can do a few strides. The leg swings, side to side, front to back, open up those hips, the heel to toe, you know, basically loosening up those ankles, helping to increase the ankle mobility, your walking lunges with a twist in the upper body, your high knees, your butt kicks, and your A skips. Now, there are a lot of different drills that you can do. I'm just showing you guys some of my favorite and some of the ones that I have found to be most beneficial in my running. I've been running for consistently since 2010, and 2010 is when I did my first half marathon. But if you go back in my history and you look at my pace, even from this year, my first 5K this year, getting back into, I was running last year with my daughter, doing a lot of walks and runs with my daughter, with her in the stroller, and I did a few races last fall with her, pushing her in the stroller. But if you look at my first 5K this year, I had a 10-minute per mile pace for my first 5K this year, okay? My last 5K was at a 7:57 pace. For example, yesterday I did my 7-miler in an 8:36 pace, and that was with a lot of rolling hills. So I did like a 6.6 mile run or race on Halloween. That was an 8:13 pace, and that was a little bit flatter than what I ran yesterday. So during my track practice, we would do like different workouts every single week, and we'd do a 1-mile time trial. Now, I had a few track practices where I was sub 7-minute miles. But for a 1-mile time trial, there was sort of like method to the madness as to how you were doing each lap, because 1 mile is 4 laps around the track. And I shaved off 15 seconds from my 1-mile time trial from week 1 to week 12. And I can tell you guys that running itself is what's going to help you get in shape for running, but it's not just running. It's adding in those cross training. It's adding in those drills. It's making sure that you warm up properly. It's making sure that you cool down properly and that you stretch. It's the whole package, okay? So you can't just run once a week, or, you know, just run to kind of run and think that you're going to progress, because you need to kind of push yourself and you need to step outside the box a little bit. And I've done that a lot this year, and my progress has been immense. Like, I'm really proud of myself and excited to see how much I've come this year, and I'm excited to see how much further I can sort of take it. So that's why I sort of decided to do this for my November Scopers tutorial, which I know was supposed to be yesterday. But these are things that have helped me so much in my running. So for anybody else out there that's looking to run, or to even just, you know, add like a fitness, you know, regimen to their weekly routine, just anything. These are really great exercises. You know, the leg swings and the ankle, you know, the heel to toe, that's going to help the mobility in those joints, which is key no matter what you're doing. But if you're a runner, you know, it's especially going to help your running, because you want to have good mobility, flexibility in your joints and in your muscles. So that's my tutorial, you guys. I hope I didn't like rush too much, but I got my daughter not feeling so hot upstairs, so I need to go up there and kind of check on her and tend to her. But thank you so much for everybody that joined me live. I know it's kind of early. It's like 8 o'clock, or I think I started around 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and it's way too early for you Pacific Coasters, I'm sure. But if you watch the replay, thanks for the replay as well. And thanks for the hearts. And I will catch you guys on the scope side. Have a great day. Bye.